evening, YouTube. This is Jerry D from Tennessee looking at some stocks. This has been an interesting day, and this first stock I've got to talk about has been this has been quite interesting because it was $5. I'm going to begin. This is a biotech stock. The price was between $5 and $6. $5.62. It was just a little choppy right here. $5.49, $5.50, $5.64. It was up and down. It was pretty choppy. They're working on a breast cancer treatment, and they had positive results for their second stage of their trials. And they released news, and as soon as they release news, the stock spiked. This is a prime example of a biotech stock. Upon news, the stocks will spike. Pretty much most of them will. Some of them may not do what you want them to do, but pretty much the bulk of these stocks, these biotechs, will spike as they release news. So this one, let's get on track here. This one, between $5 and $6, okay? They released the news about their phase 2 trial. The stock spikes. Look over on the right side, the gray box up here, the edge of the graph, 2,220.8. Okay, I'm sorry, I got tongue-tied. 2,220.18% spike after release of news. The volume was only 102,95,000 shares traded at that time. Somebody's happy. Somebody had a good day. They were in this stock. They sold their shares. There's also some people bought into it. And the price drops back down. But at the close of the day, it's still... Well, let's go to the small. Let's go back out of this. When it closes, the stock closes, it's still up 998%. When it closes, it hit the peak 2,000 plus percent. Okay, and then it closes at 53.35. Well, it says 57 right here. We'll go with 57, but still, that's just under 1,000%. So if you didn't get that top spike and you sold right at the end of the day, that's still a good day. But they released news about Greenwich Life Science stock skyrockets more than 2,000% after upbeat data on breast cancer treatment. So tests are positive about this treatment. It's probably the FDA is probably going to approve this for people to use, for women to use for breast cancer. And this stock is probably going to spike. This is in the news story. Phase 2B trial. So I think there's like 6 trials that they do. And we can probably talk about that before the end of the video. But phase 2, so there's 4 more trials that'll go on after this. I think there's about 6 trials that they go through before they get approved. And the FDA will probably, because this is positive, this is probably going to get approved. This stock may go on up higher. It'll probably hover around 53. It'll spike again as they release more news on their treatments. So this stock is in the public eye. Very positive news. Very positive spike. This is probably a good day for a lot of people. And congratulations for everybody that's that were in this stock and they made profit. There's no shame in taking profit in this stock as it spiked today. So let's look at another one. This is another one, Xenetic Biosciences Incorporated. So 12/8 after hours, they started. No, they start spiking at AM pre-market. So this stock was $1.06, and it gets up to 401.75%. 401.75%. That's a good day. Not as good as 2,000%, but still, that's a good day. And they had traded right there. Come on, if I could keep a steady hand. $9.91 million shares were traded at that time when they hit that peak. So congratulations on people who made money on that. As you can see, the MACD, you can see the little mountain here climbing right here. The RSI started going up. Volume weighted average, pretty steady climb, and then she levels off. And then when she leveled off, it started coming down in price. And still, it was still in the green when it closed today. 155%. It's not a bad day. Not a bad day. So let's get back out of this. What was the closing today? 317. Which was still 193.52%. I don't know why it changed when it went to a smaller one. But there's what I was doing right there. 5 day. The 1 day doesn't show the true picture. The 5 day does show the true picture. Bam, look at that. That price action's going up right there so fast. L2 that you can't keep up with it. But congratulations. You can see where there was activity right here on the buys and sells right here. Congratulations to all those that made money in this. Zenetic Biosciences, let's scroll down. So this is news on a trial as well. 17-month high in the morning trading Wednesday after Massachusetts-based biopharmaceutical company said its partner PJSC Pharmacynthese provided positive data from phase 3. So they've got 3 more trials to do to get FDA approval for treatment of anemia patients with kidney diseases. With kidneys disease. So they got 3 more phases to go. They're halfway through their testing. That has to be positive to get FDA approval. So there you go. Let's look at the next stock. Strikeforce Technology. They are kind of like another version of Zoom where you can do online meetings, virtual meetings with people. This week, this has been interesting. So Tuesday, they were around 0.3 of a cent. 0.3 of a cent. So Tuesday afternoon, they started spiking. Been on in today. Today they were spiking 4,400%. This is 12/9/2020. 4,400%. They got up to 10, almost 11 cents. The high was 11 cents. Excuse me. Right there, the high was 11.5 cents. So, and it's holding its price, too. But you can see where the activity, the buying and selling, you can see from the bar graphs here. So they were trading at what kind of volume at this point? 7.9, almost 8 million shares got traded right there at 10:30 a.m. during that spike. That's a good day. 4,000%. Congratulations on all those that made money in this stock because, that's what it's all about. It's no shame in taking a little profit. Let's move on. Well, hold on. Let's go back. I think this spiked off of news, and I'm pretty sure it did. Strikeforce secure video conferencing platform. Safe VChat goes live on December 18th. So they announced their go live date, which is the 18th. In less than 9 days, they're going to go live with the software, and you can use it for video conferencing. So that's what news is normally what's causing these spikes. The news that gets released off the stocks. If you watch Bloomberg, Market Watch, Market Beat, all these sites that are releasing news on stocks, what's going on. OTC markets, you can look at some of their stuff. That's what causes these stocks to spike. This went back to 1 day. Go back to 5 days. Shows the true picture. The true picture. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing right there. For a stock trader, that is a beautiful thing. See a spike like that. Okay, let's move on to the next stock. Blue Spear. This is an interesting one. Blue Spear. So I'm in this stock, and this stock was at 0.002, 2/1000ths of a cent. Okay? And I've not seen any news or anything about this stock. It's got to be off of media hype. Twitter, probably pretty much. It went up 700%. Okay, this week. Yeah. But you got to get the other weeks in too to really see the climb. 700%. So the high was 0.009, almost 1/10 of a cent. Okay, from 0.002 thousandths of a cent. So that just shows what you can do with penny stocks. In the normal guy that invests in a penny stocks, I mean, it's a lot of times a waiting game. I've been in this stock for a year. Okay, I believe in this stock. This is a they've got a website. This is an energy stock. They take waste and they turn it into energy, into I guess methane gas. So they may have some other interests too, some other methods of creating energy, but it's a energy company, and they take waste and they're turning waste into energy, in electricity, so we can power our lights in our house, our heat, our AC. Good stuff. Green. This is a green stock. Okay. But that's a pretty good 700% spike. That's not a bad spike. Past couple of weeks for this stock. So I'm in this stock long. I'm looking for this stock to go on up. And I'm hoping, if anybody knows anything about this stock, please leave a comment down below the video. I'd love to learn more about it. Their Twitter account is locked for some reason. There was something happened with the Twitter account. I don't know what it is, but the website's there. And as far as I know, they're still up and running. People are tweeting about this on Twitter. So we will see what happens with this stock. So, OTC markets. The thing about this stock, after I bought into it a year ago, they had a stop sign on it. I've heard a lot of good things about the stock, that there's a stop sign, and I hope it may be a junk stock. I don't know. But they have a stop sign here. No pink information. Companies may not be able to or willing to provide disclosure to the public markets or either to a regulator and exchange OTC markets group. So they filed 2017, 2018. They filed a form saying that they did not want to be showing any financial information. Probably because they're just getting started and they weren't really making money at the time, and it was taking more money to get started. But there's been tweets about they got some contracts coming up, and hopefully this stock will take off. I mean, this is a green energy company, so hopefully, I hope they're not in trouble. So here's the thing. They got this stop sign on them. People are tweeting that's going to get removed before long. The transfer agent was verified. So the company's transfer agent has been verified to its outstanding shares directly to OTC markets. So it's got a green flag there. It's got independent directors. The company's board of directors includes at least 2 independent directors. So there's a green flag. So we'll see what happens. If anybody knows about this stock, feel free to leave information down in the comments below the video. I would love to know a little more about the stock, where they're going. They have a website. Let's go to Blue Spear. Blue Spear. Corporate home right here. And here they are. So projects. Charlotte, North Carolina, which is just up north of me. So energy output size of this plant is going to be 5.2 megawatts. Technology is a anaerobic digester. Current status is producing electricity. Energy production started Q4 2016. Feedstock organic waste. So they take manure and they take and generate gas and run and generate energy off of that gas, off of that. This is an organic waste. Feedstock organic waste, which is ingenious. Okay, this is the only company I know of that's actually doing this. But this is a green energy, so they're taking all the manure from the farmers that doesn't get used for fertilizer, and then they're taking and turn it into energy, which this is a good deal. This is a good deal. They probably, after they generate the gas, the methane gas, there's probably the manure that's left over after they're done with that. They probably take and use it and sell it for fertilizer after the fact. Would be my thoughts. So they've got a factory. They've got a place in the Netherlands, Johnson, Rhode Island. They've got one in 3, 4, 5 in Italy. So they're a decent size operation. I mean, they may not be a ginormous, huge company, but Blue Spear is an independent power producer turning millions of tons of harmful waste into years of sustainable energy around the world. So this is positive green energy stock. This is where we're headed in today's markets. And I really feel good about this stock. Like I said, it's got a stop sign on it. So the spike seems very positive to me. We'll see where it goes. So let's let me talk about a website I brought up. Biofarm Catalyst. So they'll send you a newsletter. So this is biopharmacatalyst.com. So they track of all the biotech stocks that's doing trials, testing new medicines. FDA calendar, if you click on that. So right here, this is for October 2020, 11, 2020, 12/8, 12/8, 2020, phase 3, ODT, SNY. So right here, this tells there's like 6 phases. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phases, testing phases that they got to go through. So this one right here, BMY, $60 a share is the current price. They're looks like they just completed phase 5 of testing. They're on the last phase. They're fixing to get into the last phase. When they release the news on this last phase, this stock will go up again. So it looks like November 16, 2020 has been delayed as the FDA was unable to conduct an inspection of a manufacturing facility due to COVID-19. Okay, maybe it's not a COVID-19 medicine. I'm not sure. You'd have to look deeper into what they're testing. Probably the drug. You need to do a lookup on the drug. So if we copy this, FDA, this one, approval drug products. So can I paste that drug in there? Let's see if it comes up. Okay, let's go back. Let's see if it'll let me search for that specifically. Nope. So you have to kind of know what you're looking for with the drugs. Well, that wasn't exactly what I wanted. What did it do? It totally went backwards, didn't it? Go back. So if you know what the drug that they're testing, Lysocell. So if you hit L, let's see if we can find it. Lisapril. Not sure. Not really sure. Wonder why it's not coming up. It's for lymphoma. What if I search for this right here? It's been a while since I've done this. Been a while since I've done this. Drug name, active ingredient, or application number. Let's see what that is. Nope, that wasn't it either. All right, so my bad. For some reason, Lysosel. Let's just click in on this and see where we go with this off the calendar. Bristol-Myers Squibb shows the stock prices, the way it's been fluctuating. Large cell lymphoma. If I know what the drug name I'm looking for, I can bring it up on the FDA. So I'm just doing flying blind right now, and I don't know what drug. I don't know why. So cell. Yeah, I'm not logged in either. Now, let's go back. FDA calendars. Well, it's taking its time, isn't it? BMY. So now let's click in on it now that I'm signed in. And let's see what it tells me. Biopharma Catalyst. This is what we're looking at. So, date under priority review scheduled for November 16th, 2020 has been delayed as the FDA was unable to conduct inspections of factory. So, householder receive $9 cash if the FDA approves 3 BMS drugs by certain dates milestones. All 3 of these targets must be achieved for holders to receive the $9 of compensation. So they're paying to receive $9 in cash for each share. Is that what that's saying? December 9th, 2020. Okay, but anyway, here's the different phases of the drugs testing. Looks like they'd have 3 drugs all real close to getting approved. And apparently $9 in cash if the FDA approves. Entitles its holder 50. So 3 drugs get approved, then the stockholders receive $9 in compensation. So if I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comments below. So anyway, go back to the calendar. So when you have an account, this is like $17, $18 a month for this to get access to this. And as you can see on this list here, you got some stocks that's like around $5. This BMY, the one we just looked at, was just $60, so almost $61 a share. 23, $5.30 a share. So this one here, this IPHA. So they're working on a squamous cell carcinoma medicine. It's it's a cancer drug. So they're in phase 2. You see these little dashes right here? It's in the second phase. So they're just getting started on the testing. So this stock, if they get positive results, as I've said before, Upon positive results, they release news of their testing for these drugs. This stock's going to spike every time the news is released. So you got 6 phases right here of the drug testing that they've got to go through. And after the final phase, if everything looks good, the FDA will approve it. And the FDA will post the approved drug. Apparently you have to know what the drug is that you're looking for, what the name is. It's probably its scientific name. And you could probably find that out. If I dug in the Google a little deeper, I could have probably found how to search for it on what the name is of the drug. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So you can go with drug approval reports by month. So December 2020, let's look at what's been approved this month. That's probably the easiest way to look it up. You can't go past December 2020. So not until you get in January can you see the January drugs that get approved. But right there's a list of all the December drugs that status right here, approval, that's what you want to see. Mefrazole, this is a acid reflux medicine. I know because I take it. There's a new, I guess this might be a generic version of it, or another company that's coming out with a version of it. So, here's one right here. The company, it's got the company name. So if you get the name of the stock right here, 12-1, tentative approval. So they've not got approval yet. So you can go look at this company up, look at the ticker, look at the price of the ticker. And upon approval, when this changes to approval, which probably will be in January since this list is here. Well, this list is probably going to change throughout the month. I mean, we're just getting started in December. So these are the current approvals, and this is a tentative approval. So they're in the last phase of testing. So you see there's lots and lots of medicines that's getting approvals. Here's another tentative approval. So you can find out when the drug gets approved. That's when this news comes out from the Food and Drug Administration. U.S. Food and Drug Administration. There's a search engine. There's actually, you can pull up the list. You can actually drop this out in an Excel spreadsheet, put it on your computer, and watch these stocks all month and buy and sell these stocks. Okay? And then along with the biopharma catalysts, they tell you what you probably need to be watching on this site. This goes in a little more detail, tells how the testing are going, what the drugs are, what the drugs are for, as you dig deep into these links for the different drugs. And you can get a little insight of what you're looking at and make a decision on if you want to buy into the stock. But this is how you pick. This is a safer way of picking biotech stocks. If you can go and look at the news, look how the testing's going on the particular drugs, then you'll have an idea on if these stocks are going to spike. If testing's going bad, if they're reporting on this site that the testing's going bad, the stock may not spike, but then they may be sympathy buys because people's watching it if it's like a known drug company. Sometimes bad news causes the stock to spike too. So, I mean, you just don't know. You really don't know what the stock's going to do. But this is some of the tools that you got to buy these things. Like I said, I've not been looking to search it. if I really was looking at this, I'd be looking at the name of the drug that they're testing, what the company's testing, especially like this one that we were looking at. I mean, you go out, do Google searches, see what they're testing. There'll be news. They'll be telling, because it's all public. It's got to be public. This is required to be public. Any kind of drugs is public knowledge. Okay? And these guys make sure that if they're on the up and up, and these guys are the people, the Food and Drug Administration are the ones that they're there to try to make sure that the drugs are safe and that the companies are doing what they need to do to make the drugs safe. So they don't just throw anything out there that's going to cause you to grow an ear on top of your head, or horns, or a third eye in the middle of your forehead, or they probably don't know if it'll cause cancer. That's probably something they don't know except over time. But they can find out with the trials. Testing on people, they start out with mice, then they go on to people. They take a subset of people that volunteer to be test subjects on the new drug, and provided that the subjects don't have any ill side effects and stuff, that's where they get, they release the news that, this has been positive. There's not been hardly any side effects. Maybe a side effect of having a upset stomach or what have you, but this is where it happens. So the drugs companies start looking at the drugs. FBA starts watching and making sure everything's on the up and up. And right here is the page that will tell you when the drug gets approved. And it's upon news of approval, the stocks will spike, as we have seen. All right. So anyway, thanks for watching my video, folks. If you like these kind of videos, I hope that you smash that like button. I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be coming out with more videos of this kind of content. And if you're trading stocks, again, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a stock advisor. This is just my hobby. This is something I do. I play around with these things. Sometimes I sit and watch. Sometimes I paper trade. Some stocks, as I mentioned, I buy into and I hold them. Sometimes I flip stocks, when they spike in a day. So there's different ways to play the market. I don't short stocks. You can make money shorting stocks, but it's very risky, and actually any stock trading is risky. So, that being said, trade scared, trade informed, do your research on the companies, don't chase after trades. I'm not telling you to buy into these stocks, but, you saw what they've done. The truth is in the charts. So, don't invest any money that you can't afford to lose, because you want to keep your lights on, keep a roof above your head, keep food on the table for your family. Don't go broke trying to trade stocks. So be cautious, trade scared, trade informed, and good luck with your future trading. Congratulations on anybody who's in these stocks. It's good to see them spiking with a pandemic going on. It's just proof that you can still make money in the stock market. You just got to keep your eyes open and learn how to use the tools, how to read the charts, and you can do well. But thanks again for checking out my channel, and I look forward to you checking out my next video, and hope you have a good night and the rest of the week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for coming by. Glad you checked out the video. Hope you liked it. If you like it, please click on the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.